Hello, good afternoon. How are you all? Happy New Year. I hope you all had a wonderful kind of few weeks off or whatever you were doing. So yeah, kind of back at it. New year, let's get to it. Things to do, changes to make. And like we all know, traditionally this time of year is when kind of people start going on a health kick and wanting to take control back over things, maybe start new things. And I've kind of found over the years that, that first week, everyone's kind of on it. And then as we kind of started to move into the second week and moving forward from that, they just kind of seem to lose a bit of motivation, or they just kind of need that extra little push. So I'm going to talk you through a technique. It's kind of all bits that I've kind of used over the years, and I've kind of put them into one package, so to speak. And I've got an acronym for you that should help you to remember it when you want it. So yeah, it could be about stopping overeating, or eating the wrong kinds of food. You've kind of overindulged over the Christmas period. It could be anything. It could be even anxiety about, right, that's it, I'm taking control of my anxiety. I'm not living another year like this. We're all different and we all kind of manage things differently, and different things work for different people. Some people are all or nothing people, so they're on it or they're not. And they find that quite easy to do. Other people are more bite-sized people, where they can start slowly and work up to it, and just take little bite-sized chunks of things. Try and have a think about what person you are. Are you a all or nothing? Are you a bite-size? And go with what you are. There's lots of books and everything out there telling people this is how you should do it. And when you start doing things that isn't right for you, there's resistance and it becomes harder. So there's nothing wrong with finding your own journey through this. So to start with, it's not just about a technique. That comes later. If anything, the stuff before that is kind of nearly just as important. So you need to kind of think about and decide, right, what I'm going to change. Okay. So just for the instance of this, I'm just going to say drinking. Okay. It's something that I work with a lot. So I'll go with that one. So you've first got to think about why you want to stop it, the impact it's having on your life. What do you want from it? Do you want to stop completely? Do you just want to manage it? Do you want to just do weekends? Think about what you want to achieve from it, and then think about the benefits that you're going to have from it. When you have that, what's that going to do in your life? It could be that you'll feel better. It might be that you'll save money and you're going to put that money into something for a holiday or something. So think about what you want to stop or change, why you want to do it, what negative impact is it having on your life, but also think about the benefits. So when you achieve that, what's your life going to look like? Okay. Have an arsenal of tools. So I'm just going to kind of give you one today, but have an arsenal of tools, a tool bag that you can dip into and take out what you need when you want it. Some tools will work better at different times, where some of the tools won't. And again, you're only going to learn that and kind of get that judgment as you practice and you go through it. I find a lot of people, I've tried it for a week now and nothing's happening. It takes time, it takes practice to achieve what you want, and for you to kind of feel the effects. Okay. There's this whole kind kind of myth a little bit about, you know, it takes 21 days to change a habit. And yeah, I think there is something in there, but there's been new research lately that they're talking about it 63, I think it is, days to change a habit. That's 21 days to kind of break the old habit, 21 days to implement the new habit, and then another 21 days to make it a habit. But that's an average. You know, for some people it might take 90 days. For actually other people it might just take 2 weeks. So again, it's kind of being kind to yourself, and there's lots out there of we get told about what we should be doing and how we should be doing it. And again, that's where we start to get resistance, because we feel like it's not working for us, or am I doing it wrong, or all that kind of stuff. Some days are going to be harder than others. Other days are going to be easier than others. But it's about recognising them. What's been hard about today? Okay? Question it. But then also, actually, today's been really, really easy. Or it's been easier. What's been different about today? And what can I avoid from the hard stuff and move towards the easier stuff? It's about making this right for you. Okay? So a big part of, so say people just, like I said, I'm going to use the stop drinking. So it's, right, I'm going to stop drinking. And then, you know, they might do a couple of days, they might do the week, they might be able to do the whole of January. That's not an uncommon thing, where someone can do the whole of January, and come the 1st of February, it becomes really, really hard. We don't just do anything for the sake of doing it. There's always a purpose behind it. And whether it's anxiety, whether it's that feeling you want to smoke, whether you have got angry or frustrated, even if you're happy, if you're nervous, if you're excited, something triggers it. Okay? Them feelings just don't pop up from nowhere. They are triggered by something. So to really kind of get the effects that you want and to make them changes that you want to, it's about understanding what them triggers are. And it could be anything. It could be just that you've seen something on telly. You've just had a shitty text from someone. It could be, oh, it's Friday night, I feel like I'm going to have a drink. There's no right and wrong in them. It's about your trigger is personal to you. But you need to kind of get a grasp of what that trigger is before you can really do anything. You know, think about it. It's like taking a paracetamol for a broken leg. Until you get that leg fixed, paracetamol's not really going to do much. It's going to help, but it's not going to give you a long-lasting change. So yeah, you can't deal with something if you don't know what you're dealing with. And the only way you kind of learn that is when you start to feel that, question it. What's just happened? You know, I taught one of the steps in my slide protocol, if you wish, is stop, look and listen. And I have, you know, I've used this for quite a few number of years now. But to get that understanding of what that trigger is, you need to stop and just question. Where's that come from? What's just happened? 5 minutes ago I was quite happy. Now I'm not. So question it. Don't go deep into detail and start picking it within an inch of its life. Just, right, okay. That can come later. It's about kind of taking the surface off, and you just take a layer. And then the next time you'll take another layer and another layer. So, know your triggers. Get an understanding of what you're dealing with. Now, I find with a lot of people that when they're using self-help tools, they get really caught up in the detail of the technique and try and follow it to the letter, instead of actually focusing on what they want the technique to do. Okay? So, and again, this only comes with practice and kind of just going over it and going over it and going over it. So say you feel like you want to have a drink. You know, the technique or the protocol that I'm going to give you today is more a practical one. There's some that are like EFT, and some people get really caught up in the words that they use and everything else rather than focusing on that feeling of wanting to have a drink. So get an understanding of what the technique is that you're going to use and other ones that you're going to use, but don't focus on it too much. It's there kind of as a guide, and find your own little path with it. Some stuff will really resonate with you, some stuff won't. I kind of, you know, it's not like I've got hundreds and hundreds of techniques and protocols in my head. I don't. I've got a good selection and I mix and match. I kind of merge different ones with different things for what I want them to do. So don't be afraid to kind of veer away from the protocol or the technique. If you know that actually something else helps me as well, so if I combine that with this, that's really going to kind of give it more power. Like I said, there's loads of YouTube stuff out there, there's loads of books, there's self-help books, there's all this other stuff out there. Some of them really simple stuff, you know, like the 5-second rule from Mel Robbins, and then other ones kind of really go deep into detail. Is it the Covey guy, the 7 steps to breaking a habit or something, or really going into detail about stuff. Again, just as much as some people are all or nothing and some people are bite-sized, some people want to know the detail, whereas some people just, right, how do I do it? What is it? Okay. Find something that's yours. Okay. So if you have never been a gym person, don't go to the gym. Find another way to exercise, because you're making that into a negative experience. And when that becomes a negative experience, that can trigger other coping strategies, and you start to hate it and resent it, and then you don't want to go, and because you're not putting the right amount of effort into it that you should be doing. If you enjoyed it, you're not seeing the results. So it's about, again, it's all about your path in this. Find what works for you. Like I said, if you're not a gym person, don't waste your money on gym membership and going to a gym. Go walking. Get a bike at home. There's 101 different things, you know. If it means that you walk up and down your stairs in your house 10 times, you're still moving, it's still exercise. Find your own way. Keep things simple. When things are simple to a point, as simple as you can make them for you, bearing in mind what I just said about people with detail, when it's kind of simple and easy to use, there's a pretty good chance that that's going to have you're going to be using that long term. Whereas if it's really hard and restrictive for like a diet, you can only do that for so long. You know, the weight control program that I run is Make Food Your Friend. It's about eating food in a manageable way. Not saying I can't have this and restricting yourself, because that's when, again, you get resistance. So find tools that you can use that are going to be long term. Okay, this stuff kind of doesn't stop, and that's kind of where people get tripped up with it. Oh, I've stopped drinking for January, right, I don't have to focus on that anymore, and they're back at it again. Or, right, I've got to my ideal weight now, I feel good about myself, I'm going to go back to eating what I want. And that's kind of where people fall down with this stuff. It's about consistency and longevity. There's that saying out there, you know, fail to plan, plan to fail. my mentor kicked me up my arse at the end of December, and when we kind of started unwrapping and talking about why I struggled doing certain things, turned out that I don't plan it, and that's why I'm kind of on it now. You know, I've wanted to do all last year, even before that, is to plan all of my posts a month in advance, and have an idea of what I'm doing on social media and doing everything else, and I've just never been able to do it. But since I got kicked up my bum, all my stuff is planned for January now, and the weight that has lifted off my head, I'm already thinking about February. So plan and stick to that plan. If you're going to go for a walk and Better says, oh, can you just do me this? Right, is it important? No. Right, I'm going to go for my walk and I'll do it when I come back. Make a plan and stick to it. Okay. So, right, the technique. Okay, the protocol. So it's, like I said, it's kind of stuff that I've used over the years, and I've just kind of put it together into something. And the acronym I've come up with is SLIDE. Okay? And think of that as you're sliding from one feeling into another. You're sliding from one mindset into another. Okay? So I've already said it. The first one, so the S, is stop, look and listen. So when you get that feeling, that thought, stop. What's just happened? Have I just saw something? Have I just heard something? So it's kind of looking around you, but then the listen part of that is, what's that internal dialogue doing? You know, are you assassinating yourself? Are you assassinating people? Are you, you know, what's that conversation going in your head? And it's okay to have that conversation in your head. Does this, again, I've kind of heard, yeah, but no, am I going mad? I've got this. No. You know, we've all got a voice in his head. We all talk to ourselves. Okay? So the L of slide is level. Okay? So this is where you're going to scale it 1 to 10. 1 being really, really, actually, it's not that bad. It's just kind of lingering. It's just there. 10 is kind of unbearable. Okay? So again, go back to that, the drinking that I was talking about. If you've just had that flitting thought about, should I get a drink tonight? Or are you sat at home and you're literally like this in the chair because you're so restless because you want a drink, and that's a 10. The reason you level it is, if you level it, it's easier to deal with things when it's like maybe 2, 3, 4. Okay? Putting things in place when it's that kind of lower level, it's easier to deal with. If you wait until it's like 8, 9, 10, you're going to have a fight. It's going to be harder. So it's about being kind to yourself. You all know your own feelings, and you all kind of will get a grasp of where this is. So level it. Where is it? Oh, it's a 3. Right, okay. Can I manage that? Right, what? Okay, what can I do? What tool can I use to help me? Okay. The I in the slide is to initiate a strategy or tool. Kind of think about what tool am I going to use? You know, am I going to use going for a walk? I'm going to ring a friend. Am I going to do EFT? Am I going to go and do some self-hypnosis? And am I going to listen to some meditation stuff? So think about the tool that you're going to use. If it means that you write a list of tools on your fridge, and then it makes it easier because you think, oh, I need to do something. What shall I do? Right, I'll go, oh, actually, I'll use that one. It's about, this is where I talked about making it simple. Okay? So you stop, look and listen. You level it 1 to 10. I'll tell you why you level it as well in a minute. You initiate the strategies, so you kind of look and think about, what shall I use? What shall I do? Okay. The D in the slide protocol is distraction. Okay. So that means doing the strategy that you decided to use. Okay. Not just thinking, oh, shall I do that? Get up and do it. Okay. So say you Friday evening and you feel like you want to have that drink and it's up at an 8. Okay. You'll be like this, and you shall I, shan't I? You'll be on your phone. You'll be restless. It'll be all over you. Okay. Sitting with that is awful. You know, sitting there thinking, right, I know what I need to do. Go and do something. It could be, like I said, phone a friend. Go and read a book. Put a film on. Put some music on. Music is brilliant for changing our mindset and our mood. Do something to distract yourself, to take it away. Now, you can use your daily life in this. So say it's a Friday and Friday is bed day. So it's the day you change your beds. Okay? But you know, you normally do it in the morning before you go to work, and you put it in the washer before you go, whatever. Being a bit... No, actually, blokes can change the sheets too. But you know that when you come home from work, you're going to be wanting that drink. So, hang on a minute. I'll use that. I'll go and change the beds when I have that feeling. And pretty much, by the time you've changed the bed, that feeling will have gone. Just even if you just get out of the house and walk down to the end of the road and walk back. We've all got the kitchen cupboards that need cleaning. We've all got that, you know, wonderful magical drawer in the kitchen that's got everything in it. Go and tidy it up. Again, on your fridge, on a post-it note, have a list of jobs that you want to do and just work your way through them. Make it simple. Okay? So you're going to stop, look and listen. You're going to level it 1 to 10. You're going to initiate strategies. And then you're going to distract yourself by doing those strategies. Okay? The E in this is evaluate. Okay? So you're going to kind of, as an ongoing kind of thing, right, how do I feel? Okay, it's gone down to a 7. Right, I'll carry on doing it. Okay? Okay. No, it hasn't gone down really. Right, do I need to use a different tool? Do I need to use a different strategy? That one's not right for now. So you're kind of constantly evaluating it, okay? And again, that's why you level it. So when you've kind of done what you're doing, you can say, right, okay, where's that now? So it was at a 8 before, it's a 6 now. Right, okay, I'll go and find something else to do, okay? Or like I said, you'll go and do something else. So there you go. So that's kind of the slide protocol. You know, even just write slide on a piece of paper and stick that on the fridge, just to prompt you. If you want to kind of find out more and maybe get, you know, so this is good in general. You know, this will help the majority of people to do what they want to do. However, there are some people that will need some extra support, some extra guidance. And that's kind of where I come into the picture, to help people just kind of get that motion going. Okay, so I'll put a link in the comments that if you'd like to book a 20-minute call back, there's no charge for that, there's no obligation, it's just a chance for us just to have a chat and take it from there. Okay, so please share this for me. It might help someone. Okay, have a good weekend, and I will speak to you all later.